is 15 meters. So brake release, and now Major Campello is taking off with the Eurofighter of the Italian Air Force fighter. The afterburner gives the pilot the right speed of 300 feet node acceleration to perform the first maneuver of the Italian Air Force fighter Typhoon. After this maximum performance takeoff, rapidly drawn in a circle on the runway with a minimum radius turn in acceleration. Once completed, the circle 2 rolls away, followed by a John Derry maneuver, the statical escape maneuver, invented by an iconic pilot of the Royal Air Force, John Derry, that allows a sudden change of direction to avoid chasing enemy aircraft, and in this occasion useful for a quicker repositioning. From the right to the left, several rolls of the Eurofighter on the horizontal axis. Major Campello is drawing another wide circle in which every quarter performs an external roll. He's about to undergo a stress of a 9G factor every time he pulls back the stick to close the maneuver. For repositioning the Eurofighter of the Italian Air Force Flight Center. In this moment, the pilot is setting the correct parameters of his EJ2000 engine, 200 engines, because in a few seconds, ladies and gentlemen, you will see the aircraft upside down with -3G for defying gravity during the inverted flight. Here we go. So once he gets stabilized after half the roll, to begin a new positive igniter, as if the aircraft flies in fighting a set. Wings about 90 degrees with the ground. So suddenly the Schneider turn becomes negative, and the pilot literally feels like being pulled out from the cabin, but it's also a rare chance to take a picture of the Typhoon or simply to take a glance of his cockpit from an unusual perspective. Reducing speed to perform a roll under in front of us, pointing the Royal International 82 public. You can see the Typhoon in the middle of the display line. Here we go. Roll under point. Line with some rolls for the repositioning and to get ready for the next flyby. Although comparable in dimension to the Tornado, the Eurofighter has an empty weight only about 70% as great. It features a modern glass cockpit with color flat panel MFDs and a wide-angle HUD and flight controls. Here it comes from the left side of the display line. This was the alpha roll, in which you can see the Typhoon turn in a very small space. You have to know, ladies and gentlemen, that this kind of turn is performed only by aircraft with a particular aerodynamics design. Flying towards the center line with a little nose up, the Eurofighter 2000 reduced its speed to only 110 knots. So shake your hands and say hello to Major Luca Campello, because this is probably the only one chance to join the side of his wonderful public for him. before running up these engines again. Take a look to the afterburner nozzles, literally lining up, starting a barrel roll, accelerating with a constant increasing of speed and G-factor up to 6G, closing the maneuver before a high-performance fly past. So this is the noise we love, ladies and gentlemen, entering just in a maximum range. By brake, as if the Typhoon had to avoid chasing enemy aircraft. Another roll under for a change of direction, and the Eurofighter 2000 of the rate turn, highlighting the number of degrees per second while turning. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to assist to the final part of the Eurofighter. A nice speed turn at 550 knots. Roll under once again, stick to chest, pointing towards the crowd, and leaving again the display line for landing. The entry into service of these aircraft for the National Early Warning System, granted by the wings of the Italian Air Force for the air defense 24 hours a day, allows to give a major capability to that complex system, which within few minutes ensure the takeoff of fighter aircraft to intercept and identify any suspicious track detected by the radars. You can see the Eurofighter Typhoon of Italian Air Force Flight Center approaching the final path from the left side of the display line. Now Major Luca Campello is controlling his aircraft, setting gear down